Welcome to my basement. Right now I'm in front of my stash of inventory that I use for my antique and vintage rentals. I've amassed a small collection of things and I have just slowly packed it away, not really putting it out, keeping it safe, and haven't really organized it for the most part. What I'd like to do today is go through and organize this inventory, show y'all some of the pieces that I have picked up, talk a bit about how my vintage rentals work and my plan to expand this year, but mainly get a good inventory count so that I can get the number of items I have available onto my website for potential customers. The first thing I'm going to need to do is actually put together another one of these shelves. I have this one put together, not fully, but at least partly, and I want to put another one right here so that I have more room to keep my inventory organized. However, that also means taking care of all of this packing material that I've stored up from my online sales and my vintage mystery boxes. Glad I have my work clothes on today. Vacuuming wasn't a necessary step. However, it makes the space feel nice, gets us ready for pulling in new items here, and now I need to assemble the shelves. They're a pain in the butt to assemble, but I gotta get it done. Was to get all three of these shelves built, but just building that one shelf has wiped me out right now. So I'm going to leave the other shelf for another day and just work with what we've got here. As far as inventory goes, I have a mixture of brass and metal pieces, baskets, textiles like rugs, pillows, tablecloths, and napkins. So I think what I'd like to do is put all of my metal onto this one, and then do all of my glassware on this one, and then this smaller one down here, I think I would like to put my textiles. So what I need to do is go through these bins and totes here, this stuff here, and a couple other piles that I have over on the other side of the basement, and pull out all of the metal pieces first. That's all glassware. Serving pieces, marble charcuterie boards, cutting boards, enamelware. We've got really cute plate sets as well. Some more simple style plates. And what I was trying to get to in here, these brass candlesticks and candlestick holders. I also have these mirrored vanity and dresser trays. I really like using these to set things on. An assortment of brass frames. And I have gold utensils. I just found yet another box of brass pieces, but it's not bad when you have like 100 people coming to a wedding. You need candlesticks for all your tables, so I'm glad for what I have. is my last crate of items that I had stored over on the other side of the basement. So this should be the rest of my metal and brass pieces. And the rest is glassware. I just realized there's more brass on the bottom of this shelf, and I just put all this stuff here. So now I'm gonna have to get down there to those boxes. It's 5:30 now. I was only planning on working until 6 p.m. and I still need to make some chili for dinner. So we're going to try and get through this. I don't want to take everything off of the shelf and redo it, but I think that's going to be the easiest thing for me to do. And we're just gonna bust through it as fast as I can so I can at least show you some of the collection, because I don't think we're gonna get through all of it. Well, I think I got the vast majority of what I have out onto the shelves. It did take a little bit longer than I anticipated, and I still have all of this to organize. But glassware, I'm pretty sure this is all the glassware I currently have, and also my brass items, which is the vast majority of what I own. Out of all of the glassware pieces, I have more light blue and this ambery orange color than anything else. I also have a good amount of these kind of tealy green color glasses, and I'm sorely lacking in the avocado green and depression pink style. I've got candlestick holders and platters and plates, but I do not have any pink drinking glasses. I also really need to work on my crystal and just clear style glasses, and I would love to get some more black glasses as well. However, this is what we are currently working with. I love how it looks all displayed by color, and maybe at some point I'll have like all pink, all orange, all yellow, so on and so forth, so I can just have a rainbow all of the way down the shelf. The goal is to have unique pieces that people can pick up that you really don't see a lot. Now this is going to be in smaller numbers. Right now I do not have the inventory to do very large events. I only have inventory enough to do smaller, more micro weddings, small events, baby showers, things like that. And it has taken me a very long time to amass this much stuff. This year it is my goal to expand in my rental area, get all of my listings up on a website, and then to get out to some different fairs, markets, and bridal shows so that I can get onto people's radar when it comes to vintage rentals. All of this started in 2020 when I got married to my husband, Evan, and I really wanted to make sure that my wedding was well designed. I had an idea in my mind of how I wanted my wedding to look and a very, very tiny budget. So I started thrifting, picking furniture up off the side of the road, crafting things, just so I could get the look I wanted for a very small price. And this is how it turned out. I was extremely proud of what I was able to do with my wedding, and I had a lot of comments from friends and families about how impressed they were with the overall look and aesthetic of the wedding. From there, Evan's cousin was getting married the next year, and she asked me to help her with her wedding. Now, I was already playing around with this idea of wedding rentals in my mind at that point, so I invested into glassware and items to fit the theme for her wedding. I helped her style it. We got the photographer there on her wedding day to take a bunch of stylized pictures of the setup, and it turned out really well, and I was able to add that to my portfolio of experience. From her word of mouth, I got a few more people who reached out to me that were her friends who had baby showers and bridal showers that they wanted to put together, and that was my first real business experience doing the rentals. I rented out a couple different pieces, furniture, serving pieces, baskets, and things like that, and they came and picked them up and took them to their party, used them, and returned them. I was able to do this a few times, and then I had another friend ask me to help her with her wedding, which I was more than happy to do. Since then, it's just expanded from there. Every time I'm out thrifting and I see something that I think would make a great addition to the collection for rentals, I've just slowly accumulated and accumulated. I've never actually professionally advertised myself for my wedding rentals, but it is my plan to start that in 2024. I do have a background in this that really helps me because I was a banquet server at our local country club for about 7 years. I would work for the Forest Service, and then during the holiday season, I would work for the country club. And I would do that back and forth, work summers at the Forest Service and winters and holiday at the country club. And that allowed me to gain the experience for what was required, how long it took to set up, how things could be utilized. And I took that experience into my wedding to try and make it as seamless as possible putting it together. Now, my goal for the Gilded Goods Vintage Rentals aspect of my business is to get all of this cleaned up, take pictures of the inventory, get it listed online, and start marketing this aspect of my business. I want people to be able to put on beautiful weddings no matter what their budget is. I think vintage pieces bring a distinct style to any event, and I really want people to be able to be creative and utilize this almost like a closet that they have access to, they can play around with and put their own creations out there. Or if they'd like my advice, ask me how I might be able to put their vision into action. There's still a lot more work to do in this realm, including getting product photos, getting a correct inventory count, figuring out how I want to lay out my rentals and my price points, which I do have somewhat of an idea for, and then to really go hard on social media and show people through Instagram, through Reels, and a lot of photography how they can utilize these pieces for themselves. I've already done some styled shoots along those lines, and I have a few more lined up in the spring that have different themes and aesthetics, so you can really get a picture for how diverse the possibilities are when utilizing vintage decor. I'll continue to keep you informed as all of this unfolds and we work on staging styled shoots, going out to events, sourcing even more inventory, and I hope that this will be part of my channel that y'all find kind of interesting as I continue with my booth, the thrifting, and furniture. We have a super exciting video coming up tomorrow, which I think y'all will find really fun, so I can't wait to see you then.